Hello students, myself Asmita Taskar from Computer Science Department, KTHM College, Nasik. Now today we are going to discuss the topics of the subject, that is cybersecurity, for module 1, that is prerequisites in information and network security. From this module, we are going to discuss some topics from the second unit, that is information security overview. Means here we are going to discuss some backgrounds and the current scenario which is related with the information security. So the session agenda is we are going to take a review of e-commerce security. Before this, we already discussed in a last session about the information security overview, as well as the different types of attacks are also discussed in that previous session. Now, the learning objective for the today's session is that the learner will actually get the knowledge about the e-commerce security as well as the different tools used for the e-commerce security. Okay, so let's start with e-commerce security. So basically, we all are aware, or we may say that it is a very useful and part of our daily life. That is e-commerce, which we called as the online shopping or online transactions we perform. So everything is included or comes under the e-commerce. Okay, so this e-commerce contains buying and selling of the products over the internet, or and which is must be a secured internet service we required for that, and that is nothing but the e-commerce security. So this security is very essential part of any type of a transaction we can perform on a internet or over the internet. And if there is any compromise happened with the security with online transaction, then it basically loses the faith or the trust of customer to the e-business, and that is really very we can say one of the bad impact on e-business. So that's why security in e-commerce plays a very vital role. So for this, e-commerce security means to perform online transaction, online selling, purchasing type of operation. The security to the data as well as security to the transaction is very important. And to provide this security, there are number of e-commerce security tools are used. So here in this session, we are going to discuss some tools as well as some dimensions of e-commerce security. So to make these operations and transactions secure, we can use the different techniques, like we can use the biometric scan, we use the password, okay, to for the proper authentication. We use the digital signature, or we also use the digital certificates. Okay, plus to that some techniques which are used like a public key infrastructure, encryption softwares are also used to make it more secure. And plus to that, one more is there, that is a firewalls are used by the industries to make the e-commerce transactions more secure. Okay, so from this, the first we are going to discuss the number of dimensions of e-commerce security. Okay, so in that, the first dimension of e-commerce security is the integrity. Okay, means what? Integrity means nothing but it is the ability to ensure that the information which is being displayed on the websites of any business or which is transmitted over the internet has not been get altered, or means not been get changed by any unauthorized person. Okay, so that information must be you can say the changed only by the authorized person who is owned that website. who is the owner or who is the admin of that particular websites. So that is what the integrity means. Whatever the information, data which is provided through that website, particularly the business website, basically, that must not be get changed or altered by any unauthorized person. That is integrity. Okay. Now the second dimension is non-repudiation. Here, this is nothing but the ability to ensure that any e-commerce participant do not, you can say, deny. Do not deny means do not repudiate the any online action he or she which performed in a e-commerce operation. Okay, so using non-repudiation dimension, no one can deny that no, I am not performed this transaction or I am not ordered this product. No, cannot uh, deny the your whatever action you performed using internet or for any type of a transaction, for ordering, for sales, for purchasing, for any type of operation, because the data is properly saved and data is authenticated also. So that's why this is one of the important dimension of the e-commerce security. Then after that, the next dimension is the authenticity. Means whenever we perform any type of a transaction online in e-commerce, basically, the authentication is very important. What it means it is the ability to identify the identity of a person or a entity that who we are he is dealing on the internet, with whom we are going to dealing with the internet. Means it may be the customer or it may be the merchant, anyone. So his authenticity is very important. Means his identity must be properly verified by using this dimension. Now the next dimension is confidentiality. So this is the ability actually to ensure that the messages or whatever the data which are available, that is only to that authorized person, or to that authorized person can view that data. That data may be of the customer, okay, or any person who made the transactions. So that must be the confidential data and that can be viewed by only the authorized person, not anyone. Then the next dimension is the privacy. So the privacy is more means what? This dimension is having the ability to control the you can say the use of information which is provided by the customer to the merchants at the time of a performing the purchase operation or for transaction of money or any type of operation which, performed by using internet. So that data which is provided by the customer, like maybe his Aadhaar number, his bank details, that must not be leaked by that particular merchant or that seller actually. So that is what the privacy is provided to that particular data. Okay. Now the last dimension is the availability. Okay. So it is the ability actually to ensure that the e-commerce site continues to functions as intended. Means whatever data which is provided by that website, that must be intended to the customer, or it is the usefulness is described, and that must be same always, which is provided to the customer only. Okay, that availability must be always there for the customer in a truth way or to the proper. So these are the dimensions of e-commerce security. The next point is essential requirements for the safe e-commerce website. So when we are performing any type of operation, that is maybe we purchase the number of things, goods online, or we can transact the money for that purpose. So whenever we are going to perform these operations, so we have to follow some rules or the some essential requirements for that safe transaction or safe e-commerce websites. Which are that? In that The first is you always choose a secured e-commerce platform. So when we say the secured e-commerce platform, actually it is relate with developer side. Actually, the developer when developed that particular website, he choose a strongly typed level language for the development, okay, which is more secured one. And if any type of open source tools or the libraries are used, then they must be ensured that the proper frameworks are used, that frameworks doesn't create any security hole. That care must be taken by the developer. The second requirement is use a secure connection for the onlines. Means whenever you are performing any transaction or any self purchase online, at that time, whatever website you are using or whatever URL you are using, that must be always use the HTTPS. That S is very important. Not only HTTP. When we use the HTTPS, then it is a secure connection for any type of online important transactions. Okay. Now the third point is don't store the sensitive data, which is a basic thing actually. Uh, Apart from the website, actually, there is no need actually to store any type of a sensitive data or information like your CVV number of your debit card or a credit card information on any type of a online format or on a website. Now, after that, the next point is set up the system alerts for the suspicious activity. So, this is very important requirement actually for the safe transactions. Means you have to set up some alarms, which, if any, you can say unused action is get detected, then that particular alarm informs you about that action, and accordingly you have to take the proper actions. Actually, we have to build a system for that purpose, which alerts you or which alerts about the undesired events which are happened in the particular systems. For example, multiple requests from the same IP for the period of time is also indicate the malicious intended intention of that particular person or the event, can say. So you have to set up a particular system for these suspicious activities. Now, after that, the next point is you have to layer your security. Layer your security means what? Whatever online security you must be provided that means there are different levels of security is there. Means that defense in depth, whatever you are provided, it's actually needed for the e-commerce domain. And this security domain or these security features are like multiple passwords, OTP. We can take the help of OTP. It reduces actually the risk of hacking. That's why in this way you can layer the security. Now, the next point is provide the security training to the employees. So here whatever the employees are working at the other end, then if you are given the proper training about the internet security or e-commerce security to that employee, then they are able to handle these type of situations. Okay, so they must understand the importance of security. Okay, so there may be the human error may be there, but then also if the employee understand the importance and the way you can make the transaction more secure, then it is more feasible for both customer as well as for the merchants also. The next point is you have to patch your system. It means that uh, time to time check the security threats, whether they are happened or not. Means new security holes you have to discover on a daily basis. On a daily basis, you have to check the security of your system, and because day by day the new viruses are comes. Okay, that's why you have to check it on a daily basis. If the system is not up to date or updated, then the risk of hacking is get increased exponentially. So that's why You have to, on a daily basis, you have to upgrade your security. The next point is, make sure you have a distributed denial of service, that is DDoS protection, and as well as the mitigation services. So this is actually the point we are discussed in our previous session also about the what is this denial of services. I'm going to explain it to you with the example in the next slide also. So how the problems or the security holes may be generated. Sometimes we are not get recognized that there is some problem or hacking is going on. So this is one point there which we are going to discuss in our next session with next slide in the same session. So, and the last point is what? Disaster recovery plan. So there must be a backup for the data. This is one plan for the disaster recovery. Means if your system is crashed or the website is crashed, means there must be some parallel plan is already developed, and accordingly take the action. So it is helpful for both the customer also and the merchant. It means in case of a system failure, we ensure that the sensitive data is not lost and not get corrupted by the system if you have a backup. Okay, this is what the important point you must take in mind, which is required for safe e-commerce website. Okay. As we say, the denial of service. So what is this denial of service is actually? What happened in that, the hacker is, what it does, uh, he just hacks our IP addresses. So what happened? The victim server, it is going to try to connect to the particular website. Okay, and this hacker is also continuously, you can say, seeking for the same website. Okay, and because of that, what happened? The user are not able to access that service. Okay, but it feels that to the end user that the server error is there or you cannot access the server, but it is not because of that website, it is because of the hackers. Okay, so this is what, that services cannot be used by the customer because of the hacker. They create the situation accordingly, and this type of a situation we call it as a denial of services. Okay, so this is what all about the e-commerce security and the essential requirements and the different dimensions. Okay, in the next session we are going to discuss about the computer forensics as well as the steganography.